Hello, I'm Michael Boyajian, and I'm going to be talking about one of my recent Mike and Jerry books, which are a group of books I've been writing about my life with my late wife Jerry, our travels, our experiences, our love for one another. Just to get the numbers correct, we've written 12 of these books, and there's another 4 in the hopper. Okay, and I'm close to finishing off one of those 4. But in any event, I want to talk about American Clarion Call, Our Journey Through History, which is our experiences with American historical sites and restorations and, Americana. I want to focus today on the restorations that we visited over the years that we've known each other. We knew each other for 38 years. We were married for 34. And, it's sort of like an escape into the past. And, my editor for my first book, Green Enchantment, Sarah Taft, said, hey, things weren't that great back then, And that was like, yes, that's true. Yes, it's... if you were a certain type of person, maybe things were okay. But even so, it's almost like the epiphany in the Woody Allen movie Midnight in Paris at the end of the movie, where the main character realizes that you can't really go back to the past because they didn't even have penicillin. Okay, that's an important thing to know. So, but it did put us in a kind of a state of bliss going to these places. It's in your imaginary. It's an imaginary bliss, to use a Joseph Campbell terminology. But sometimes that bliss is disturbed, like at the old Bethpage restoration, which I'd been going to since childhood. We used to take our bicycles up there, but me and Jerry, we go there, and sometimes we go with her parents. And the last few times we went there, someone had the bright idea of opening a gun range near the back end of the restoration loop trail. So as you looped around through 19th century America, there is the sound of automatic weapon fire. Just lovely. Anyhow, Old Bethpage was one of those places. It was great. Especially for a kid, having something like that nearby is like a little mini Williamsburg. And that's one place Jerry and I didn't go to together, but separately as young people, we went with our families. We also went to the Shaker village up on the border with Massachusetts, in Massachusetts and New York, that was fun. They had some nice buildings there, and they had a big round barn, biggest one I ever saw. And then we also used to go to Museum Village over in Orange County. It's not bad. Needs a little work. They really could use some infusion of heavy-duty cash to really spruce that up. And the interesting thing there is, too, they've got a couple of, at least one mastodon skeleton, or woolly mammoth, one of those. They seem to have found a lot of those in Orange County because of the soil content. Also, up in by Cooperstown is Farmers Museum, which is a terrific restoration. Really, they have a lot of buildings. They even have a carousel there, an old-fashioned carousel. We also used to go to Sturbridge Village. I mean, every time we're going to Boston or Salem, we're driving right past the place. It's right on the border with Connecticut. And eventually you say, well, let's go in. Yeah, so we went in. It was really nice. It was definitely nice. And we went there a few times. And it's well done, well maintained. And, they have a good budget there. But anyhow, so just the story with these restorations. Mystic Seaport is probably one of the best. I mean... you're right there on the water, and they have some fun events there. One of our favorites, there were 2 favorite events we used to like to go to regularly. One was the Sea Shanty Festival, and all weekend they'd have performers singing sea shanty music or sea-type music, not just all shanties. and like the Wreckety Edmund Fitzgerald and songs like that. And the first time we went, it was a deluge downpour, and like hardly anyone made it there, and you were running from building to building after each performance to catch another performance, another group of musicians, and that was a lot of fun. The other fun thing they do, and they still do it today, I saw it come up on my Facebook feed, was the Herman Melville Moby Dick 24/7 round the clock reading of the book. Everyone takes a chapter and you read it. The chapter in the book, the chapters are small, so it's a very doable thing. The first time we got it, our turn came up. We were on the actual Morgan, the whaling ship they have there, and that we read our chapters. I forget what part of the book it was, but we read our chapters on the Morgan nonetheless, so that was fun. And anyhow, there's a lot of other restorations that I could talk about, but I think I've covered enough right now, and I hope you enjoy the book. It's American Clarion Call, Our Journey Through History.